One day, I want to meet Zachariah and Elizabeth. While many are standing in line to meet Jesus, I want to sit down and have a conversation with Zachariah and Elizabeth. Zachariah and Elizabeth were both faithful to God, to one another, and also to family and friends. Zachariah and Elizabeth prayed for years that God would give them a child. In their waiting, their hope began to fade. And yet, they never became bitter. They continued to serve God and others. One day, Zachariah was chosen to carry incense into the Holy of Holies. An unexpected blessing happened when an angel appeared. And the angel said to Zachariah, "Do not be afraid. Your prayers have been answered." Zachariah responded, "How can this be?" Many were surprised by Zachariah's response. And yet this was a sign of Zachariah's humanity. Yes, he was a priest, and yes, he was human, just like many others. Zachariah was muted by the angel. Zachariah would remain that way until his child was born. Zachariah left that day, headed home to tell his wife Elizabeth the news. Elizabeth, like Zachariah, who had been praying for a child. Unable to speak, Zachariah communicated the best way he knew how. I want to have a conversation with them of what that moment was like when Elizabeth learned from her husband, who couldn't speak, that they were going to have a child. I imagine the excitement overwhelmed them both. Zachariah was speechless, and Elizabeth secluded herself for 5 months. The son that would be born to them would be John the Baptist. John the Baptist would prepare the way for Jesus. Zachariah knew that God had a plan. He may have been the only one that knew this. Yet little did he know that God would use himself and his wife Elizabeth to fulfill this plan. John the Baptist would prepare the way. Ordinary parents and ordinary son that would prepare the way for Jesus. God uses ordinary people like you and me to prepare the hearts of others for the coming of Jesus. Won't you come and let us have a cup of joe? Let us sit along this Blackwater River and let us grow in our understanding of Jesus.